today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on another team from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
Yeah, nigga be in the playoffs. Frank said, at least being away, man.
And the Longhorns will kick it away to start us off.
Well, at least I'm both early. I take that.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line.
Trying
to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. The give to the lone running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've served this one all off season, so they've been ready to bring it today, David.
And he's running in the open. He's at the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown by you, Bengals.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Cool. It's cool, bro. It's cool. Cool. Get it back. Get it back.
Looking for block. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
Cool, bro. Get it back in blood, baby. I don't like people run the ball on me like that, bro.
Line gets set.
I don't like that shit. Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah,
I got to run it too, kid.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast. And
got to run it too, baby.
And all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
A world of
make it
opportunity.
easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Truck this nigga.
Shakes off the tackle. Hey, that's a live ball.
Oh my God.
Fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Man, what a break. Great job falling on the football. Great job having some
This nigga
awareness.
never fumbled the ball, bro.
Coughed it up, but teammates there to pick him up, fall on the football. Listen, it's lucky, but it's a good job by the offense.
Hold on to the ball, bro.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Right back to the well.
Trust me.
I know it's sexy.
Quarterback on the keeper.
Oh, I had
to the ground
that.
after a short gain.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Oh, I should have. Ooh, Jesus. That was your play, bro.
They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this third down.
Let's see how fast he moves.
From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it downfield.
Oh, Jesus.
Intercepted. Looking for more room.
Oh.
And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field
I should not have
position.
threw it. I should
Not
not
the
have
start this
threw
kid
a
was
ball.
looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
This offense has a second down play. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver.
Are you serious?
Oh, look out! At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown!
Oh my God.
LSU. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Ain't no way, bro.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country
Ain't no
points
way.
per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well.
Ain't no way,
They've
bro.
got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for
Ain't no
defenses
way.
all year long.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.
Ain't no way, bro.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to
Ain't no
wake
way,
themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Ain't no
It's
fucking
third
way.
down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up. And the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Ran through the contact. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
They've been running it, but now the pass. He's going to take off. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Now adjusting. He's got it. And he will score.
Very patient.
Touchdown,
Very
Longhorns.
patient. Look at that shit we're doing earlier, man.
The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer.
Guys, one of the more iconic games in college football is being contested right now. Ohio State and Michigan, the game, and we've got the update. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 35, he's
Oh
loose.
my God.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
He does a really good job with that mesh point. The mesh point is when he sticks it in the running back's belly. When he pulls it, he gets downhill quick to chew up some.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got
Oh
it
my
inside the
God,
25.
bro.
And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Tiger.
Come on, defense.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Looking for those open space. And he coughs it up inside the 20.
Does he need to have a strip on or something? Oh, solid.
Opening
You
play
gotta
of this
have a damn
drive comes
script,
from the
you know.
12-yard line. On the option. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
Brings up second down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, LSU 21, Texas 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. He'll try to do it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On third and long, he has to throw for it.
Oh my
And that's
God.
incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
We got
They made
stripped.
the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Now on second down. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong. And I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Still running at the 40. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. This crowd knows when to bring it. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. Oh, the attempt is no good. missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead of 14. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad...
Off he goes! He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Taking care of business himself for the first down. Texas has had that happen from time to time over the years.
They've had some special guys. I think everybody who's grown up in a generation that saw Vince Young absolutely remembers that Rose Bowl, one of the most amazing games we've ever seen. It seems like Texas is always looking for that next guy, and their seasons usually revolve around having that quarterback.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. It's complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Just keep moving that
On
thing,
1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Run in the red zone, it's Madden. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Fung. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Gonna run it. It's Vincent. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can...
Looking deep down the right side.
I know way.
He's got it inside the 35.
No fucking way.
And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Movement here from the tight end. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
Shakes off the defender. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
It is good. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend.
You get a field goal.
Arizona State is having its way offensively, just marching up and down the field at a breathtaking pace. They're up 14 over the Red Hawks of Miami. Just another week of college football. We've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He looks that one in nicely. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, they're able to complete the hitch throw against man coverage. And, hey, the quarterback's got to be able to get it to him quickly because he knows that defender is going to be driving on the ball. So really nice job not hesitating, getting it to him, and then he gets what he can get after the catch.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
Oh, they had the screen all set up on first down, and he couldn't make the catch.
That sure didn't hit the wrong damn button.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give on the inside. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. A strike downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He's looking to throw it. Fires it down the seam. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You got
well, on
there,
defense,
bro.
they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back.
Snags it.
There you go.
Score. Touchdown, Longhorn.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver straight down the outside of the field. And my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch.
He's right back in it, bro.
Nice catch, touchdown.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. One more snap coming before halftime. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, LSU.
Just a precious few ticks remaining. This likely the final play of the first half. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
If you're trying to get a field goal, bro, touchdown, we're down 3. We're right back in it, man. We're right back in it.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense,
Bro, what's the call, bro?
They've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Looking for space. It's Madden. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball's on the 18. It's 2nd down and 9. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
Way to pick him up.
He's past the 30. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to
Going downfield for the big play. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense,
Nah, he coming back.
Get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down. Man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Up until this point on the drive, the offense had really had the defense's number, but now an opportunity to get off the field with a stop.
That's the great thing about defense. You can give up yards. You're worried about points, but you got to find those situations where I can create negative plays, and they do a great job here forcing the negative plays. Now I'm in the advantage. I got them behind the sticks, behind the 8-ball.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh my God, bro.
No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
LSU 24, Texas 21.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Using his legs, it's Vincent. Push down for the tackle.
And I love this because you got 2nd and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get 3rd and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run. Shoot, you almost got the 1st down. Now you're set up for good success on 3rd down.
Watch the chaos, man. Watch the chaos.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
He's brought down at the 36-yard line. 1st down for the offense.
The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Bro, ain't no fucking way, bro.
Right down the gut of the field.
Oh my God, ain't no fucking way, bro.
Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got loose, it was all over.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the 2nd half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the run from the kicker. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He finds his man.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Got his man downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball in the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill. But
fires a bullet out.
Oh, Jesus.
And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Quick pass on the jet motion.
Thank you.
Yeah. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter.
Man, bro. The niggas got trying to get a clock on the nigga, bro. Damn. Hey, you know that beat, Cole? Ain't even that deep, dude. Wrong people.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, LSU 31, Texas 21.
Wrong people.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Slips through the line. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5, than it is when you start getting those long yardage situations.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Got a kid, man.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. It's a draw. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
2nd down coming up. Trying to impose their will with the run. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Little touch pass to the receiver.
Thank you.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around like this.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down and one that did not pay off. A 1st down for the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Complete to the right. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of the game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. Quarterback checking off. On second down, looking again to throw. He's right on target. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't.
All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Texas! And here they come, almost all the way back. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Rutgers is just getting blown off the field right now there in Jersey. And at this rate, I'm not sure this will get worse.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Okay, Justin, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, Dave, and so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
On the clock.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Running back goes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He couldn't get close to the marker. Got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The Tigers enter the final minute with the lead, trying to run out the clock. Power football with the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.